Hello there, Star Wars fans. Season 2 of The Mandalorian, it's finally here. And I'm so excited to have a review for you today. I will say before I get into it, with the extra length of today's episode, I wasn't able to put as much detail into a review as I'd want, so just understand that this is more of a first impression. That said, let's get right into it. So in Chapter 9, The Marshal, we find out that the Mandalorian is indeed on a quest to find other Mandalorians, and this search leads him to the fake Mandalorian Cobb Vanth on Tatooine. Once there, the Mandalorian confronts Cobb Vanth about wearing true Mandalorian armor and demands that he hands it over to him. But before they fight Din Djarin and Cobb Vanth, they strike a deal, and that's that the Mandalorian Din Djarin will help slay the Krayt Dragon that has been terrorizing Cobb Vanth's town. And with the combined efforts of Cobb Vanth, the Mandalorian, the Sand People, and the Village People, they all work together to defeat the Krayt Dragon. And I must say, at some points this episode did feel like it dragged a bit, but the ending, the payoff of this episode, seeing the Mandalorian slay that Krayt Dragon, well, that was an absolutely epic payoff. I mean, just think back to Season 1 of The Mandalorian. Din Djarin did not have a lot of scenes like this. Remember, he was almost killed by the Jawas, the Longhorn, he had to be rescued by the Ugnaught Queel. So seeing Din Djarin have such an epic moment at the beginning of Season 2, well, I think that's supposed to show us a lot of the growth that Din Djarin has had in Season 1, and is supposed to get us excited about some of the amazing things I think we'll see Din Djarin doing in Season 2. And since I've sort of started my commentary talking about the ending here, of course I must talk about what looked like a much older and grizzled Boba Fett on Tatooine at the end of the episode. I mean, after such an epic moment for Din Djarin, that was just icing on the cake. And if that was icing on the cake, then the cake itself was definitely seeing Cobb Vanth in live action. Jon Favreau continued from Season 1 using these minor characters such as IG-11 by using this very minor character that showed up in a Star Wars novel. And if I had to guess, Dave Filoni had a big part in bringing Cobb Vanth to live action and to The Mandalorian. Something else that I really enjoyed from this episode was the fact that the child is constantly surrounded by violence. And characters call this into question. Cobb Vanth himself does, as well as the character at the beginning of the episode. As I've theorized in the past, that could mean that Baby Yoda is going to be pulled to the dark side. But talking about Baby Yoda, he wasn't really an active character in this episode. I was half expecting him to do some magic hand tricks at the end and save the day, but I think in the end that would have been too predictable. It just would have been nice with such a long episode if the child would have had a standout moment. But hey, Star Wars fans, that's my first impressions of the episode. Let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I'm Mike, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.